Okay, I'm just going to do a brief introduction on some of our pipe inspection cameras and what we actually do to them to make them perform better. As you can see from this picture on the left hand side, that's the cable that we use. We get that specially made for us. As you can see on the right, that's a cheap imported one. It's quite thinner in diameter. It's more easy to break. With ours, we have an extra layer of fiberglass that's woven around the central core as well as the outer core. Then it's coated in that PVC coating. We do that, get that made for us on 20-kilometre reels, and we make the cables to size at a maximum of 40 metres. So yeah, once again, you can clearly see the difference in diameter. We do get people coming in with these ones, and we can convert them to ours in the way of the pin configurations inside that socket. But yeah, they don't last that long. They break easy, and once they're bent as well, these cheaper ones, they sort of retain that position that what they were bent in, so they don't flex back to their original state. Video recorder boards, and that includes the software that we get designed and made for us. The one on the left is a Chinese import. The one on the right is the ones that we get made for us in Korea. As you can see, they're actually completely different, but you wouldn't know unless you opened up the backboard. The one on the right, we get it enabled so you can take still shot photos, where the one on the left, yeah, that's the Chinese imported one, so they can tend to freeze and not save the video properly, corrupt your files, stuff like that. So as you can see, yeah, there's the two different types. Ours is the one on the right, the one on the left is a Chinese import. Now we're getting to probably the most important thing that we do to our units. As you can see in this picture here, we've got three different types. Our battery pack is on the right there, but the one on the two on the left, the Chinese imported ones. We actually get the housings. We import the housings, but we pretty much replace everything inside, like the internals, the battery itself. We put a high capacity battery in there. We replace the charging boards, put new charging boards in there, switches, stuff like that. So if you see on this picture, on the left is a Chinese import where it's got a 240 volt socket there for an input down the bottom. The charging board has to have a like a transformer, step down transformer to charge the battery. These well, we get people bringing them in, and we just don't even service them at all because you've got to re-gut them, so we just use the housing for them. So yeah, there's two different types, the one on the left and the one in the middle. The one in the middle has a different socket for charging, and then the pipe inspection camera itself would have another charger to bypass this battery pack, and once again there's another different charging board in there. These two Chinese ones here, they don't have any protection, so you can see them grills there. They tend to get moisture in them. That moisture will seep through and short out these charging boards. And that you'll short out your battery, or you'll get problems where the switch won't work, and you'll get corrosion and everything like that in there. So with ours, what we do is we get our charging boards made for us, and you can see the difference in our charging board there on the right. We replace some switches in there, and the most important thing is we have one charger for everything. So you can see on the picture on the right down the bottom, you've got the DC socket there. So that socket there is the same socket that we'll use to power the unit if you want to bypass this battery. So you just have the one charger for everything. You can see that charging board there. We actually spray that with a waterproof membrane to keep it water resistant. So if you do get some moisture in there, it doesn't short anything out, and it protects it. After when we do this, we hardly ever get any shorted battery packs. And the units do last a bit longer. We also do put a high capacity battery in there, so you get about 6 hours worth of usage out of this battery. We replace other stuff in there that we sort of don't tell people about, but yeah, it is quite a vast difference between the imported ones, and the lifespan of our units once we do these changes to them are quite substantial. Last but not least is the camera head pin configurations. You've probably got, I don't know, 5 or 6 different pin configurations depending on what what type of unit that you've got. Our pin configurations are made specifically for us, so you can only use our cameras on our reels. Just the picture above is just two samples of what's out there in the market. They might look similar, but they're completely different, and you can tell by the pin configurations. They're not universal, so these ones won't fit ours and vice versa. So yeah, we're not going to put on there what our pin configuration is, but these are just two of some that are out there. So you can see by the picture they're quite different, and all them pins they'll be just random. You know, you'll have the power on the outside pin, where ground and video will just be mixed around. So yeah, we have had people come in and try to use these on our reel and blow their camera heads up and so on and so forth. And it works the other way too. So the reels that these ones are made for won't work with ours, and they'll blow our camera heads as well. So yeah, well, thanks for watching, and hopefully I've given you enough information to sort of make you aware of the differences between our units. Thanks again.